All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Um, shit, just went live on my other channel. I really feel like talking boxing today, so shit. This is a good thing about doing this live stream because I wanted to talk boxing. So, in the mood today. Caught the Prograis Taylor press conference was amusing, and I was eventually gonna get to this Boxrec and Shakur Stevenson thing. According to Champside Boxing, the commission told Boxrec to use Shakur Stevenson's mugshot as his Boxrec, and I didn't even pay no attention. But I looked at that thing several times. That's crazy. And you know, why Mikey getting a Pacquiao fight, and what Bud and Spence must do to get the Pacquiao fight. What's going on, Ronnie Boy Fresh? My Steven Ellett, my Stream Elements body here as well too. We can start off with I guess I'll start off with the Bud and Spence thing, and I'll work my way on down. Uh, yeah, Mikey can get the Pacquiao fight because it's a low risk fight for Pacquiao, and it's a notion in boxing that the Hispanics bring more money in boxing. Like I said before, the boxing is predicated on the Hispanic dollar. That's what it's about. The boxing moves on the Mexican beat. Christmas ain't a big holiday for boxing. Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, Labor Day. What is real talk? No, it's 4th of July. No United States national boxing holiday is major to boxing. Niggas' birthdays. For New Year's Eve ain't important. New Year's ain't important. Martin Luther King Day, Juneteenth, Sweetest Day, Valentine's Day, all the major boxing holidays. Puerto Rican Day weekend, Hispanic. St. Patrick's Day parade weekend in New York. It's for the Irish. Cinco de Mayo, Hispanic. Mexican Independence Day holiday, it's Mexican Hispanic. So if you ever look at it, all the big landmarks and boxing holidays is Mexican. Nobody ever pay attention to that. And if you go on, all the venues is Hispanic heavy. All the regular fights that they put on is all Hispanic areas. Southern California, Texas, in New York, heavy Latino population in New York too. They don't fight nowhere. If it ain't a heavy Hispanic, population in an area, they ain't really fighting there on a consistent basis. So New York, Jersey, used to be Jersey, New York, Southern California, Texas, and Nevada. That's what boxing's predicated on, and that's why Mikey get the fight. That's why Mikey can get his brains beat the fuck in by Errol Spence not went around and be courted for a Pacquiao fight. You know what? It ain't a money thing. It ain't a fan thing, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's strictly a color thing. Boxing is race driven. You know what's important about it too? About this Mikey and Pacquiao thing? It's important that Errol Spence speak up. That's the most important thing. See, these young niggas don't apply pressure. Jermaine Burr, salute. These young dudes don't apply pressure. That's the problem. They don't apply no pressure. Bud went on Sway Universe. It was a Breakfast Club. I think it was Sway Universe, and said, Pacquiao, you don't have to fight me. He can go out the way he want to go out. Fair game. But once you don't apply pressure to the situation, you don't get to fight. Had Arizona Lara not apply pressure on Canelo, would Canelo ever have fought him? No. Floyd Mayweather applied pressure to Oscar De La Hoya from 35 all the way on up to 47 to get in the fight at 54. Errol Spence is the biggest swing element in Mikey and Manny Pacquiao. He's the biggest swing element. He has the most momentum in the welterweight division. Period. Errol Spence is the guy. He has the most momentum. He got the biggest voice in the division, not named Manny Pacquiao, out the youngest. That's what people got to understand. You have to demand more out of Errol Spence. If he gonna stay a company man and not speak up, then Al, Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia get away with it. You know what's funny about what Derek Chisora did today? What Derek Chisora did today at the Regis, Prograis, and Taylor, corporate America or corporate London don't like that. Any corporate business in this world don't like what he did. The truth is in corporate America. The truth is the that's the only place the truth is in the wrong. When you speak the real in the corporate world, internationally, America, it's wrong. What Derek Chisora did is he put Eddie Hearn on the spot. He put Sutherland on the spot. He put the World Box Super Series on the spot. And in the mix of it, I don't think his intention was to hold Josh Taylor or was it the whole Regis Prograis. But he didn't give a fuck. They gonna whoop his ass. He a heavyweight. Him and David Haye would have cleared the side out. Focus Film, salute. Real Talk 97-214. Him and David Haye would have cleared the whole situation. They would have cleared everybody in there. What they gonna do? How Derek Chisora treated them little niggas like little niggas, that's how Errol Spence need to treat Mikey and Manny Pacquiao. At their press conference, wherever they go, New York, the Philippines, London, LA, Vegas, wherever they go, I will be there saying, "Them motherfuckers this ain't the real fight." I'll be dogging Manny Pacquiao. I'll be dogging Mikey Garcia. Like, I beat the shit out of him. And the only thing I'm mad at is I didn't stop him. But like I said, Errol Spence is the biggest swing element. Errol Spence is the gatekeeper. And I don't mean as far as a journeyman. This is Errol Spence division. It's his era. He's been fighting the division almost his entire career. Errol Spence is the guy that got the keys to the division right now. Let's just keep it real. The majority of boxing insiders and the majority of boxing publications and the majority of us on new media, we consider Errol Spence as the guy in the division. And it's cool, okay. Or he in the fucking, conversation. If he let this shit slide, and he let Manny Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia come in this division and make that fight and get a title shot over him, you shouldn't be mad. And like I said earlier in the video, I think it was yesterday or today, if you go and let shit slide in a relationship, you let your girl go out every Saturday, come back in 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, or if you're a girl, you let your man do that, and after being together 2, 3, 6, a year and some change, 6 months, and you tell him to stop or you don't like that, what you think he gonna say? You enabled that behavior. And I'm telling y'all, Errol Spence is the new Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was outspoken. He was blasting Amir Khan. He was blasting Palomar, Najee Elise. But guess what? They paid Keith Thurman that bread to shut the fuck up. Don't forget that. They paid Keith Thurman $3.5 million, if my memory serves me correctly, to fight Leonard Bundu because none of the other welterweights wanted to fight him. People lose. Forget that. The money changed Keith Thurman. When Keith Thurman found out I can get $3.5 million for layups, when I get $3.5 million for fighting garbage men and brick masons, same thing with Santa Cruz. With Santa Cruz getting the money he getting fighting nobody, why would I want to step up and fight Gary Russell for double? When I can fight 3 times a year and get what I'm going to get versus Gary Russell and some on top of that. It don't make sense. It don't make financial sense. Ain't nobody thinking legacy resume first. It's 1,000 belts out here to get. Once you unify, get 2 belts and be a 2 or 3 division weight champion and titles, you a fucking Hall of Famer. It's too easy not to become a Hall of Famer in this era. It's too easy. Despite Rigondeaux, Rigondeaux even had 20 fights. He a Hall of Famer. By a lot of people's standards, Lomachenko's a Hall of Famer. People's standards, Leo Santa Cruz a Hall of Famer. Adrian Broner, by people's standards, a Hall of Famer. Danny Garcia is a Hall of Famer. Tim Bradley is a Hall of Famer. Keith Thurman is a Hall of Famer in some people's mind. So I just do enough to become a Hall of Famer and stack easy money. Why not? It's up to Errol Spence to close the gate on this fight. It's up to him to say, you know what? I'm going to handle my business versus Sean Porter. I'm going to kill that fight. I'm going to show up to the press conference and press him. But you know what? It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. This that real shit niggas don't want to talk about. Because when Jermall Charlo was that lion breathing fire through his throat, and I'm a real nigga. I'm a real one. When Jermall Charlo was that lion breathing fire and talking that real shit and keeping it G and kicking that real shit corporate America or corporate international and like, guess what they did? They tamed that fucking lion. They tamed the lion. They tamed him. They gave him that L. Let's keep it real. When he went up to the Jermall Charlo press conference, his brother, when he beat up Brandon Adams, he started talking more shit. Sean, salute. He started talking some more shit. They cut his mic off. They tamed Jermall Charlo. They let him know, like, nigga, you stop talking that shit. He talked that shit about Floyd. He was talking reckless about niggas, and you know he had that shit about Tank. He talking reckless and all that shit, man. They tamed that nigga. They tamed his ass. That's what happened. They tamed the shit out of his ass. It ain't no theory. That's a fact. They tamed the shit out of his ass. He know what's up. Go Flo, El Jefe. They tamed that lion. They made that lion cry like a cub. Mike Alvarado, long time no see, salute. They tamed his ass. It ain't no theory. They tamed that lion cub. I ain't never seen a lion become a cub, but I seen it that day. They tamed him. They tamed that lion cub. So if Errol Spence get to talking reckless, get to keeping it 100, you know what's gonna happen. He better knock everybody out here till the cows come home. Cause Al give preferential treatment to some fighters more than others. You can start by the fighters. You can start by them fighters in Ohio. BB salute, LA salute, LA 12. Look how Rob Richard Jr. get treatment. Rasheed Warren fought for a couple titles. He don't deserve to be in there. Cornelius Littlejohn salute. Adrian Broner keep getting shot at the shot. Michael Cooks Jr. salute. I'm telling you, man. Errol Spence let this shit slide and he swallowed his tongue on this one, man. PBC gonna run game. He gonna be just like Keith Thurman. Watch. He gonna be just like he is 29-30, just starting to fight the Sean Porters of the world. Money gonna change his world. He need to speak up. He need to speak up. Should know Negro Fight Fan TV, Boxing Ego, 78. None of them niggas. Barbershop Conference. Should none of these niggas have to speak up for him. Should nobody have to encourage him. Should nobody have to push him. Should nobody have to say, hey man, hey dog, you need to speak up. No, nigga, something you need to do. This is your division, nigga. Errol Spence, this is Errol Spence division. He's recognized as the number one welterweight in the world. Errol Spence side of the street. How can you clean up the side of the street when dudes that's beating your ass, dudes you beating their ass, getting title shots over you? And let's just say hypothetically, Mikey Garcia do get the win. Banco salute. Let's say Mikey Garcia, all things Papa salute. Let's say Mikey Garcia do get the dub, right? Let's say he get the dub over Mike Manny. Is motherfuckers really gonna want to see that? What happens is Porter beat Errol Spence. Hogwash. Hogwash. It's not gonna happen. But if it do, it do. I seen stranger things happen in the sport. This is his division. You gonna just let Mikey Garcia just walk up and steal your kill for the day? Take food off your family? And what I heard is one of the matchmakers at PBC I just keep it real bland. One of the matchmakers at PBC is really pushing hard for Hugis to fight Errol Spence. They pushing for that. Come on, man. This nigga in the twilight of his welterweight career. He should be thinking about unifying and being 140 and one being going to 154 and being the cleanup man there. But like I said before, should nobody have to speak up for no grown men? You know what I'm saying? It's like being on the schoolyard. You feel me? It's like you could say Terrence Crawford #1, but recognized for his merit at the welterweight division, recognized for how long he been at the division, recognized for how many title defenses he got. Errol Spence is recognized by Ring, by ESPN, and other people as the #1. Is he the best welterweight when it comes to X's and O's? We don't know. But based off his merit, his resume, his clout, that's what they got him as. Ryan, salute. He said, would the Yugas fulfill? Yes, it would feel this mandatory for the WBC. That is correct. Yugas is the mandatory. Long as Danny Garcia step aside. Which I think he the mandatory regardless. He ranked behind him. But that's here nor there. That's here nor there. But he shouldn't allow Mikey Garcia to get that fight. Bobby Swag. He shouldn't. He shouldn't allow Mikey Garcia. Real talk, man. That's like, put it to you this way. How can I put it to you? I can't even put it to no type of way. That's like you working the same place as a guy, and let's just say, how can I say it? Let's just say, I don't know what your job would be. Your job is refilling the basket, and you refilling the basket 10 times faster than the dude next to you. You get the job done quicker than him, but you come back the next day and the dude get promoted to team leader or manager, and you don't get promoted. Come on, African King salute. That's how it go. How do you if this is your division, your side of the street, how do you let Mikey Garcia come in here and fight this dude? I just don't get it. And you got to fight Yukis. And then you got a mandatory between Luis Collazo and another guy. Like, and then at that point, to be real, if I got to fight Yukis and then I got to fight the IBF mandatory, which is the guy from Top Rank and Luis Collazo, Ronaldo salute, I'll just say fuck it. I'll just move up. If I really think I'm that much better than J-Rock, Harrison, Charlo, Lara, and them, and I think I'm just that much better than them, I just move the fuck up. Honestly, that's what I would do. It's nothing else to prove. If your thing is I need to clean up my side of the street before I fight Crawford, you're not gonna clean up that side of the street. You're not cleaning up that side of the street. So say your time to stress, say your body to stress, to drain it, and move on up. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it boiled down to. But Mikey getting the fight because he Hispanic. That's just what it boiled down to. Mikey getting the fight because he Mexican. If y'all don't see, oh shit. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I done closed out. Still on? Yeah, hold on. Mikey getting the fight before he because he Hispanic. And like I said before, they don't give all the biggest boxing holidays, ain't none of them American, ain't none of them black. Tell me I'm lying. All the big boxing holidays, ain't none of them American, ain't none of them black. Say it again. All the big boxing holidays, ain't none of them American, and ain't none of them black. Seriously. And it's sad. That's sad, man. But like I said, put the nigga feet to the fire. Put his feet to the fire. I swear I wish people would. Hold Errol Spence responsible if Mikey Garcia is allowed to jump in front of him and get that fight. If he don't say nothing and he don't speak up, either he got a non-disclosure agreement not to speak up, or he brainwashed. He said you can talk prison reform and still ride with the correctional officer. Not a Soto Nation salute. But ain't nobody gonna blame him. Nobody gonna blame Errol Spence at all. Good fighter. Never took that away. But they don't want to blame him. He gonna be quiet as a church mouse. He might say do an interview with this guy, or he might say it's bullshit. But guess what? You only get treated how you allow people to treat you. Trey, salute. You only get treated how people. This nigga Al treating him like he a hoe. They legitimately bidding for the services of Mikey Garcia after that performance. Okay, put it to you this way. What if that was Errol Spence? Going against Mikey, and Mikey Garcia beat Errol Spence like that. You thinking Errol Spence said, "Well, I'm a free agent. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go to Top Rank to fight Bud." You think PBC would give a fuck? You think PBC would care? You think Top Rank wouldn't even want him? They wouldn't even give him a one fight deal. Errol Spence would be banished. Errol Spence would be banished. No, nobody hold Al Haymon feet to the fire. He get a pass. You got niggas talking shit about Kenny Porter. You got niggas talking shit about Terrence. Oh, Bo Mac need to do this. You notice they make all these conspiracy theory videos, or you can't say this is a man. You got a grown man trying to tell another grown man what he can and what he can't say. Okay, that's cool. You got your opinion. You feel me? I feel you. But when you gonna tell Al Haymon what he need to do? When you gonna hold Sam Watson feet to the fire since he Al Haymon showman? Al Haymon ain't never got no criticism from these niggas. Real talk. Never. Look how he doing Gary Russell. Gary Russell just come on, man. Come on. Look how he doing Errol Spence right now. It's a bidding war for Mikey Garcia. A bidding war for a guy that just put on the most pathetic performance that I can remember. JFL head salute. It's a bidding war. It's a bidding war. And don't forget, when they was talking about Mikey and Danny Garcia being on pay-per-view, this a nigga Errol Spence that moved off his August 3rd date, moved his whole fight to pay-per-view because Mikey and Danny was going on pay-per-view. So he feels some type of way. He said, I ain't fighting on August 3rd no more. I ain't fighting Sean Porter no more. Remember he said all that shit? So obviously he feels some type of way. For real, obviously he feels some type of way. But you know what happened? He get on the phone, Al calling, we gonna make this right. It's kind of like your girl. When you piss your girl off and she said, I'm through, Ronnie. I'm through JFL. I'm through LJFA. I can't take your shit anymore. And you, hey baby, here, man, baby, you go a couple dollars or shit. Let me just hit it one more time. You knock it out the park, and then you already know how to get your chick back real quick. It's the same thing, Al. Hey man, where you want to fight Sean Porter at? We'll make it happen wherever you want to happen at. Or like, I want to go down to Staples Center in LA. Okay. How much money you want to get? It is what it is. Just reality, they are PBC fanboys. They turned their back on Gary Russell when he spoke up about Haymon. Yep. I keep saying, man, Al Haymon ain't that black. He ain't that black. Mikey Garcia can come in here and steal the bag. And really, tell me if y'all want to see Mikey versus Pacquiao. Tell me, is that a fight that I didn't want to see Mikey versus Errol Spence. I didn't want to see Mikey versus Errol Spence. I didn't even fathom that fight. I never just thought in my head like, oh, Mikey versus Errol Spence. I never thought about that shit. Manny and Mikey and Manny, yeah, you hear Mikey talking shit. Like, I could beat me. Even though it don't matter where you go to Top Rank and say Bud getting treated like shit over there. They preference Lomachenko. They preference Tyson Fury. Cool. You go to PBC. They preference Leo over Gary. They preference Mikey Garcia. It ain't even like Mikey Garcia started off with PBC. That's what's fucked up about it. Mikey Garcia didn't start off with them. Neither did Keith Thurman. Neither did Adrian Broner. Like Errol Spence was a day one nigga. Toby 2K fan. Errol Spence was a day one nigga. Since he stepped on the scene, I think he was with Al Heyman. He was a day one nigga. Day one. He was day one. He signed with Al right after he get treated like shit. Come on, man. Who Mikey Garcia best win? Adrian Broner, bro. This a dude that avoided Yurikas Gamboa. He avoided Robert Jr. the first time around until Fortuna exposed him again. Come on. Why didn't he fight Danny Garcia? Why? Why did Danny Garcia fight happen? Come on. If you can beat Pacquiao, you should be able to beat Danny Garcia. Right? Why they ain't say, okay, the winner of Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, get the winner of Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence? Why they ain't do that? Or at least Danny and Mikey, the winner, get Manny Pacquiao. Mikey Garcia wasn't even willing to take the risk as we know it to fight Danny Garcia. If you can't beat, YouTube be on some bullshit. If you can't beat Danny Garcia, then why should you fight Manny Pacquiao? I ain't supporting that shit, bro. For real talk. I ain't supporting that shit. I talk a lot of shit. I ain't supporting that one. Top Rank, PBC, the Zone, wherever they do that for, I ain't fucking with it. But, if Errol Spence don't step up and don't say nothing, go for what's going on. I don't know what to say, dog. They must got him under non-disclosure agreement. Same thing with Terrence Crawford. You ain't supposed to let that shit slide. But it ain't his side of the street. Like, nigga, really, how do you sell that to the public? Well, Errol Spence was so good that, Mikey couldn't compete with him. He can compete with Manny Pacquiao. I don't get it, but in a perfect world, Errol Spence and Bud should just, I've been saying this for the last 2 years almost. Errol Spence and Bud should just fight. And if the winner get Manny Pacquiao, they get Pacquiao. But what they must understand is this. There's never been a welterweight that held all four of those titles. Never. Not at once. So it's never happened. All the rest of Undisputed was 2 or 3 belts. Pre-WBO era. Even Adrian Broner don't speak out. Not on shit with the Manny Pacquiao. I remember he was about to speak about the drug testing of Manny Pacquiao, and Sam Watson gave him that look at the first press conference. Or the second one in New York. It was in New York. Everybody in that arena versus Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Let's just keep it real. Everybody in that arena, right? Once again, everybody in that arena knew Pacquiao and motherfucking Pacquiao was souped up. Let's just keep it real. Everybody know Pacquiao had a supercharger on him. Angel 313 Salute. He said West and A Prime was not taking the best fight. Exactly. Everybody in that arena knew Manny Pacquiao was souped up. Everybody leading to that fight, but you know what it was? The Black Panther crew was saying, Party Panther crew, they didn't give a fuck. They just want to see Keith Thurman lose. They just knew that Manny Pacquiao was going to fight Errol Spence. They just knew Manny Pacquiao was going to fight Errol Spence. And I told these niggas he was not. And they went against the grain on Keith Thurman. All these years that niggas fought in the trenches for Floyd against the Pacquiao and the Pac-Tars and the Pacquiao fans and Pacquiao fanboys. Niggas threw all that out the window. Believing and wishing upon a star that Manny Pacquiao was going to step up and fight Errol Spence. I wasn't going to do it. Because I knew the percentages was greater that Keith Thurman was going to fight Errol Spence before Pacquiao would. Pacquiao going to get a pass. Pacquiao is loved and beloved. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Well, Pacquiao fought all these great fighters. Who is Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford fight to earn the right to fight Manny Pacquiao? Then all of a sudden, all the Pacquiao hate gonna come back. What's what I tell you? They be mad at Mikey. Oh, Mikey ain't do this. Mikey ain't do that. They be mad at him for a minute. But they be mad at Pacquiao. And all that race work gonna start all over again. You know what? Crawford and Errol Spence, and I said this last year, they should just fight. Even 78 said it. They should just fight. Because what they doing is they distracting us from the real problem. They should just go ahead and fight. Errol had 3 belts. Terrence to have a belt. They should go ahead and fight. Like I said before, 45-45 split. The winner, or the 40-40 or 45-45 split. The winner take the 20 or 10%. They should go. But you know what? They brainwashed. Both of them brainwashed or handcuffed. Errol Spence, they telling him something else behind the scenes. Terrence Crawford, they telling him something, handcuffing him behind the scenes. They don't, and I said the same thing about Deontay Wilder. And eventually, I'm gonna talk about Wilder and Fury. I'm gonna get my thoughts on another day about that, because I have some shrewd thoughts on that. What they doing is no place in boxing that's a home. How can I say it? That's a home for black fighters. There's no comfort zone for black fighters. There's no black haven in boxing. It's none. There's no promoter. There's no manager. There's no advisor. There's no television series, whatever you want to call PBC. There's no network that's willing to showcase black fighters as the best. None. None. It's nobody trying to create black the fight on black holidays. It's nobody trying to say innovate a fight on Martin Luther King Day, or they're not trying to innovate a fight through Black History Month. They're not trying to do shit on Juneteenth. They're not trying to feature black fighters. They're not trying to do that. They're not trying to do that shit. They did the same thing to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is one of the most mismanaged, mispromoted, misadvised fighters out there, if that's a word. Real talk. Deontay Wilder's career has been just terrible. You go to Gary Russell, his career has been poorly promoted, poorly managed. Terrible. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder should have an IBF and have a WBC belt right now. He should. IBF and he should be a unified champion. Deontay Wilder got all these title defenses and got one title. They let Klitschko, they let Anthony Joshua get the fight versus Klitschko. Don't forget, Luis Ortiz stepped aside for that to happen. Luis Ortiz stepped aside for that. Don't forget, I don't know who Luis Ortiz was with at the time, but Luis Ortiz stepped aside for Klitschko and Joshua to happen. Because at some point, he was signed in the match room. He was signed in the match room for like a day. And I say that sarcastically. He stepped aside. Then he failed the drug test. Anthony Joshua had no point in fighting him. He was going to vacate the WBA Super WBA belt. Then they let them get the Joseph Parker fight. No, was it the IBF after that? No, he got the IBF first. Right? Al Heyman gave him Charles Martin. Then he let him unify, and Ortiz stepped aside, and they let him get the WBA belt. Then they let them out bid for Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder. I think he went to the Spilka fight, and he changed his tune after that, or it was a Gerald Washington fight. They didn't put the money up for Wilder to fight Joseph Parker. They should have made Joseph Parker an offer he couldn't resist. They didn't. And Eddie Hearn just outmaneuvered and out-finessed Al Heyman. And it make you wonder, do they even care about Deontay Wilder? Who really on Deontay Wilder's squad? You can say Gary Russell. Ain't nobody on Gary Russell's squad. Who on their squad? For real, who on their squad? Errol Spence, the same thing. He been a professional fighter for 7 years. And what the motherfucker got to show for it? Peterson, Ocampo, Mike, he got 3 title defenses coming on 4. 7 years where getting the title is like buying candy. 7 years of fighter, and you got four. You might come September 28th, 29th. You should have 4 title defenses. Can you fucking believe that? A guy that was an Olympian, that's real hard to do, and won a round or two or whatever he did. You got to ask yourself, the PBC on black fighter side, but maybe people start questioning. Maybe people start questioning if Mikey slide and get this fight. But you know what? It's the distraction. Watch the distraction. People gonna say Mikey Garcia just didn't want to fight Errol Spence, or it ain't gonna never be Al Heyman fought. I was trying to tell niggas on my other channel about Matt Stafford. 11 years going on. In the last 11 years, Matthew Stafford has been the common variable in all of them. The constant variable. Same thing with all this shit with Al Heyman. The constant variable. He sent Charles Martin to make Anthony Joshua a champion. Al Heyman made Anthony Joshua a champion. Don't forget that. He enabled Leo Santa Cruz to do what he do. So, it is what it is. Let us find a salute. It is what it is. I mean, y'all can say Anthony Joshua he a bitch, he all of this, he that. But who made him a champion? It was Al Heyman. Al Heyman made him a champion. He sent Charles Martin over there. He sent Charles over there. But like I say, if y'all boy don't speak up, if y'all boy Errol Spence don't speak up and speak out on this injustice, and he let Mikey get a Pacquiao fight, and he let Al Heyman pay him some money to shut up, or pay him some money like he did Keith Thurman, he the new Keith Thurman. I swear to God he is. If he let this shit slide, he the new Keith Thurman. I don't have nothing else to say. He the new Keith Thurman. I'm telling you. That's what Keith Thurman did. Keith Thurman was talking shit to Paulie. He said if I knocked on Broner door, he wouldn't answer it. He said Amir Khan, I'd knock him out. And slowly and surely, they paid the fight out of Keith Thurman. They paid Keith Thurman for the dog. They paid for the dog to get out of Keith Thurman. Sometimes you see the dog beat the fuck out of somebody. You just see, you got a game dog, and somebody in the fighter just beat the dog out of him. And one fight that reminded me of that was the fucking Marvin Hagler and John the Beast Mugabe fight. Go back and watch that fight. Mugabe was a game dog, but Marvin Hagler just beat the shit out of his ass. He beat the dog out of him. Probably any other fighter in the world he would have been in the ring with, Mugabe probably would have overcame, or he might even won that night. But Marvin Hagler just beat the dog out of him. He beat the dog out of him. And what they doing at PBC, they taking fighter soul. They paying for the dog to get out of him. That's what Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman getting 3.5. And nobody telling what he got versus Galazzo and Guerrero. This nigga might have made 20-something million fighting Bundu, Galazzo, Guerrero. Not even mention Danny and Sean. This nigga probably clean. He probably made about $30 million. There's no telling what Keith Thurman made. Keith Thurman probably cleared $30 million before taxes fighting them niggas. Between Bundu, Galazzo, Guerrero, Danny, Sean, this nigga probably cleared $30 million. At the end of the day, if you got to eat, guess what? You at work and they say, well, we got a couple hours of extra time. We got a double shift. And you need money, guess what? You going to go get that double shift. You going to get that overtime. And Keith Thurman ain't moved like a nigga that needed no extra hours. I don't know no broke motherfucker who taking 18 months off. I ain't met him yet. I ain't met it yet. I ain't met a billionaire that took 18 months off. Real talk. Dan Gilbert ain't took 18 months off. The nigga that Steve Jobs ain't took 18 months off. Jerry Jones ain't took 18 months off. Billionaires ain't taking 18 months off. They work every fucking day, damn near. They might take a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month off. You ain't seen too many fucking billionaires taking 18. Keith Thurman took 18 months off. He ain't had to do shit. He wasn't starving for no damn money. He wasn't, because he'd turn around and fight again this year if he was. He made another 15, 20 million fight. He set. Even though he back in America, he getting in shape. Think he only reason Keith Thurman back in America is because he thinking he gonna get a Pacquiao rematch. That's it. Usually a motherfucker that's back and say, "Oh, I'm motivated than ever." Usually in this scenario, Keith Thurman should be gunning for Errol Spence. Real talk. Real talk. If Keith Thurman really hungry and he really want to get into Pacquiao sweepstakes again, he should be gunning for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Tell me I'm lying. He should be trying to fight Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence to get back in that loop. He should be right now like, you know what? I'll fight Yuki's right now and I'll turn around and fight Errol Spence. That nigga don't want to be great again. He don't want to be great again. He told me, yeah, I'm ready to come back. I'm in shape. I'm hoping for the Pacquiao rematch. Tell Pacquiao to call me. Nah, nigga. Nah. Had Pacquiao say I'll fight Keith Thurman next. Keith Thurman be in the gym right now. Keith Thurman just in it for the money. When Keith Thurman came to PBC, he wasn't in it for the money. He wasn't in it. He was trying to fight Madonna in his PBC debut. He would fight Katana at 152, whatever it was. He was fighting Zabik. Was it Zabik? Diego Chavez, my favorite Keith Thurman fight. Julio. Keith Thurman was a hungry dog in the beginning. Keith Thurman was a hungry dog in the beginning. Keith Thurman, I ain't afraid to let it go. Pulling up on Paulie, don't duck me, Amir. Keith Thurman was that same game hungry dog that Errol Spence is now. Just a little bit more aggressive and verbally a little bit better. Keith Thurman was an animal. I won't fight everybody. Floyd, don't duck me and all these, don't duck me. You know. And guess what? They paid for that dog, and Errol Spence showed up too. That helped out. They paid for that dog. He turned into a rich man. And I ain't mad at it. If you can get rich by not fighting and fighting subpar competition, you know what? From a business aspect, that's good money. But they're going to do the same thing to Errol Spence. Watch what I tell you. They're going to do the same thing to Errol Spence. Same thing. You see how Errol Spence, when it comes to Keith Thurman, he ducking me and he kind of was taking the shots at Keith Thurman and shit like that. Well, he ain't going to do that to Pacquiao. Even though he never pressed Keith Thurman like he should have. Maybe Errol Spence don't know how to press people. Maybe Errol Spence don't know how to press people. Because he should have been pressing Keith Thurman a lot more. He said a little bit here, but Manny Pacquiao, he ain't gonna have that same energy. He gonna let Mikey walk right into his side, right on his side of the street, cock his leg up and piss all over his yard like a dog. Watch what I tell you. Mikey Garcia gonna go into Errol Spence's front yard, whip his shit out and piss all over his flowers, piss all over his fucking shrubs. He gonna do that with a Happy Gilmore. He gonna take his shit in the fucking bag and light it on fire and leave it in his fucking front porch. Watch what I tell you. Errol Spence, he gonna just shit all over Errol Spence's yard, piss over everything, throw trash cans on it, say fuck you, and chop his tree down, bust his windows out like it's fucking Remember the Titans. And Errol Spence ain't gonna do shit about it. Al gonna send a check over to clean it all up and say everything gonna be okay. He might even give him some money to put a gate up around his fucking house. And maybe get a little toy cop to secure his area. That's just what's gonna happen. And you know what he gonna do? He gonna sit right on his couch. They gonna fucking PDF that fucking Yugas contract over there. He gonna shut the fuck up and he gonna fight Yugas. They do Manny Pacquiao at Mikey at AT&T Stadium, aka Jerry World, and Errol Spence don't fucking go Mr. T. He's a bitch. I say it. He a bitch. Should know Barbershop Conversation, Negro Fight Fan, 88 Sports TV. Should none of these niggas be speaking up for a grown man? Should no nigga tell a grown man that's almost 30 years old what to say, what he need to do, what socks he need to put on, what tie he need to put? Should no grown, his father shouldn't have to speak a fucking word on what he should do. His coach shouldn't tell him what to do. He a grown man. This shit should be second nature. But you know what? Like I said before, Mikey gonna whip his dick out, piss all over his yard. He gonna take a fucking shit on his porch, and Errol Spence and Al Heyman is gonna pay for it to get cleaned up and hire a toy cop. The nigga that run the block, you know what I'm saying? The nigga that run the side of the street, he gonna let a fucking Mexican and a fucking little old Filipino run his fucking block. He gonna let Detroit everything. So he gonna let a fucking Filipino run this block and a Mexican. That's sad. And then the winner gonna fight Danny Garcia. And then Danny Garcia gonna do the same thing. Him and Angel gonna come over there with ammonia and pour it all over his yard and throw fucking TP his yard and bust his windows out and I bust the windows out your car. Damn. Na, 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 na. And they gonna be in their little microphone. What we need to do is go to Errol Spence's house in the LDBC. We gonna protect Errol Spence's house. We gonna come down there and we gonna work shifts. We gonna know you get the first shift, you get the second shift, and for 9 you get the third shift. We gonna need to work these shifts. And Junior, you get the swing shift. I got it, boss. Motherfuckers gonna be working shifts and shit, protecting Earl House. This nigga grown man. He gonna let Danny whip his shit out and smack him in the face. Mikey whip his shit off, smack him in the face. Pacquiao whip his shit out, smack him in the face. He gonna be like Keith Thurman. They gonna pay him a ton of money to fight Yugas. He might even crack 5 or 6 million fighting Yugas. You never know. They might make Yugas and Errol Spence pay-per-view. And they'll be telling us how we need to support it. Yeah, we need to support Errol Spence and Yugas. Really, Yugas actually beat Sean Porter, so it's a pay-per-view fight. If you carry the one and you divide it by 0, it's definitely the same thing. We got to get out here and support this fight. I already tell you what this shit gonna be. I already tell you what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the same shit, different toilet. If the nigga let Mikey, I'm finished up right here. If he let Mikey Garcia and Manny Pacquiao fight on PBC pay-per-view, and Mikey probably take a tune-up and come back and fight, and he let it happen, let alone in Dallas or Vegas or Brooklyn, or he ain't fighting in Brooklyn. This shit going down in Southern California. It's going on in Vegas or it's going on in he let that shit happen. If he don't speak up, I don't want to hear shit about it. Should none of these YouTube niggas speak up for him? You know what? Can't nobody fight for you, bruh. He grown man. He a grown man. But you know what he said, right? He said, if they don't give me Manny Pacquiao next, I'm going to threaten to fight Terrence Crawford. They're going to have to give me the Manny Pacquiao fight. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what Earl going to do. We're going to see if he put his big boy pants on and tighten his purse around his fucking neck and go into Al Heyman office and demand he fight Manny Pacquiao. But you know what they gonna do? They gonna overcompensate. We said we gonna make you the highest guarantee a network can. We gonna pay you $10 million. We gonna pay you $10 million to fight Yugas on regular Fox or Showtime. Watch what I tell you. But yeah, let's talk about this Prograis shit, man. I forgot the Saints and the motherfucking Saints and the damn Texans coming on, man. So, but let's talk about Prograis and Taylor. They had a press conference today, and Derek Chisora checked Sutherland, he checked Eddie Hearn and shit. And you know, anytime somebody check Eddie Hearn, it's bigger than the actual fucking event. And he said he gonna need more money to fight, since you know apparently Derek Chisora thought he should be was posed to headline this card in the UK and with versus Joseph Parker. But people forget they was arguing over drug testing. And it sounded like Derek Chisora didn't want to do violent testing or whatever. So, but Chisora, basically told Eddie Hearn and Sutherland that he deserved to be in the main event, and nobody who these little niggas is, and they using him to sell out the O2, and probably truth to it. Karate body salute. It's probably truth to it. But what you got to at the end of the day, Josh Taylor didn't say nothing. Regis Prograis tried to say something, but really at the end of the day, who gonna whoop his ass? Real talk, who gonna whoop his ass? He ain't heavyweight. Who gonna whoop his ass? Regis Prograis say we number one, number two. He's I don't give a fuck about that. He let Derek Chisora check that nigga. He checked the shit out of Regis Prograis. Like, man, fuck number one and number two. And Regis said, man, he got me fucked up in the head and this and that. Hell yeah, like nigga, what you gonna do? All I'm saying, you try to speak up and you got fucking bombarded, motherfucker. He checked the shit out your ass. You better shut the hell up before he smack you. Cause I'd have been talking cat. He had to whip my ass. I'm like, you a fucking bum. What did you rank? Is you even ranked top 15, 10 heavyweight? What is your rank? I've been talking like, who the fuck is you? In America, don't nobody know who you is. He checked the fuck out of Regis Prograis. Yeah, stop being biased. He checked it. She said, we number one. I don't give a fuck about number one. Regis was like, I'll be quiet. When he gone, I'll be talking again, Woody. You heard me? Yeah, when he gone, I'll be talking again. Yeah, well, check the shit out that nigga. Josh Taylor didn't even want to say nothing. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing. They let the number 50th ranked heavyweight check them. Real talk, I'm like, man, I got Regis Prograis. I came back to fight for this shit. You get treated like this. I've been talking cash. He beat my ass in that press conference. And I'd have sued the shit out of Eddie Hearn too. I'm like, is you ranked even in the top 20? Like, why is you even talking? In America, nobody care about you. I'm here to get my fucking chips and keep it moving. I mean, my chips. I answer questions at the end. He said, I get my chips. I said, I get my chips to keep it moving. But I'm like, who the fuck is you? But I never heard of you before. Have you ever had a belt? Have you ever held a belt? You a Commonwealth British champion. You was a fucking regional champion. You was a regional champion. What is you, the Commonwealth? I'm like, where your belt at? I got WBC and a Super WA belt around me. Where your belt at? You sitting here talking like you a champion. Have you ever been a champion? Have you ever been considered one or two in the world? Like, then shut the fuck up. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Have you ever been a champion? Have you ever held a belt? Then shut up. I said it's a motherfucking pleasure to be on my undercard of people in America. People in America to even watch you fight. I said, man, you better just shut the hell up. See, these niggas, man. These niggas cornballs, bro. I'm sorry. Josh Taylor should have spoke up. I'd have been checking the shit out that nigga. Like, you ain't even never been a champion. Who are you? Who are you? Great value brand Deontay Wilder? Who are you? Like, who are you? I'd have grabbed the mic like, who is he? Y'all, what my man saying, the Avengers? Y'all let this chattering animal speak for you guys? I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, who is he? You the security? You security? Hey, get my bags, man. Hold my rollie, bro. You haven't afforded a rollie, bro? I've been talking cash shit, man. These niggas need to hire me. I've been talking shaft shit. I'll be like, what's your record? I said, what's your record, bro? You lost to Dillian White. Oh, man. You lost to Dillian White? You lost to a nigga named Dillian? Bruh, I'd have been going ham, but Taylor and Prograis the best fight on paper this year. It is. It's the best fight on paper. Regis Prograis need to take them skinny jeans off though, bruh. But hey, that's his swag. He need to go borrow Errol Spence purse too. But yeah, I mean it's the best fight on paper. It's the best fight of the year on paper. I can't see another fight that's better than it on paper. None of them. None of them. This number one, number two. This ain't the number 2 or 3 welterweight versus Pacquiao. This ain't the number 1 welterweight versus the worst title holder. This ain't Wilder versus mismatch mandatory in Brazil. This ain't AJ supposed to be number 1 versus number 10 to 12, 13 heavyweight in Andy Ruiz. This ain't Caleb Plant and Uzatagi. This ain't that. This ain't Jose Ramirez versus Maurice Hooker. This is the 2 best fighters in the division. You will probably never get this shit at welterweight. You'll never get Crawford and fucking Spence at welterweight. You may never get this at 168. You may never get this at 160. Everybody didn't consider Golovkin the next best middleweight, but hey, if you did, you did. You may not get this at no other weight class but 154. You may never get this. You may never get this fight again. There's 2 undefeated fighters. 2 undefeated fighters recognized as the best in their division, and it's going down. Period. It's a great fight. For the fight, it'll be different. I think Regis got amazing speed. I think Taylor is a good fighter, switch hitter, good footwork, could use a little bit more head movement. I think Regis Prograis move his head. He exaggerated a lot, but he move his head. He explosive fighter. It's gonna be a good fight. I favor Taylor. 75. You ain't gonna get it at 75. What you talking about? Once Canelo get that belt, come on. It's a reset. Canelo might hold that belt, Mr. Child Salute. But Canelo might hold that belt. You ain't definitely getting that shit at 175. Canelo hold that belt. You definitely ain't getting it. You ain't definitely getting that. But it'd be a good fight. But for Prograis, he like to fight at a nice, steady pace. If you ever notice, Prograis pace himself during the fight. So Josh Taylor need to find a way to step the pace up. If he step the pace up, he should stop Prograis. But to step the pace up, that being Prograis, you're gonna have to get hit. And Prograis got good power, good head movement. But one thing I noticed, when Relic hit him with a good shot, he didn't react well, and Relic hurt him. I think twice. One time was like after the bell or some shit. But Prograis a good puncher. I think if I'm Prograis, I'm working the body a little bit more in this fight. I think I tag him to the body and then I go upstairs and I think he can get Taylor out of there. It'll be a good fight. I think it's one of a kind. I think it's an anomaly in boxing these days, and it's a throwback fight. And like I said, it's the best fight on paper. Too bad they don't have the notoriety. Too bad they don't have the notoriety. Because both of these fighters deserve to be put on the pedestal because they're doing something that Crawford, Spence, and Wilder and Joshua and a lot of guys fail to do. He said Regis too. Explosive and tough. Prograis got hurt in fight. What are you talking about? He got hurt by Relic twice. And who was Regis Prograis fought? Taylor fought way better competition. Postal better than anybody Prograis fought. Miguel Vasquez better than anybody Prograis fought. Barashnik better than anybody that Prograis fought. So what are we really talking about? What are we talking about? People forget Prograis struggled with Juan Velasco. He struggled with Juan Velasco at home. He went the distance with Terry Flanagan, a lightweight. Relic hurt him twice. So come on. What are we really talking about? He has fought nobody. 29 years old, and his best fight is Relic. And salute to Relic. He's a solid fighter. He beat Rancis twice, in my opinion. But let's not throw it on the floor like Prograis is a 21, 25, 26, 27, 28-year-old fighter. He's 29, 30 years old. And his best victory is Relic. His best victory is Relic. All them 20-something fights he got, he ain't fought nobody but Relic. Nobody. Don't forget Hooker beat Flanagan before him. You can't say, well, he stopped Flanagan. No, he didn't. He didn't stop Turbo. He said, Postal duck him. It is what it is. Just because you ducked him don't mean you can put him on his resume. It don't go on your resume because somebody ducked you. It don't. You don't just, because he ducked you. No, it don't go on your resume. The motherfucker 30 years old with a resume of a Tank resume better than his. Tank resume better than his. And you got to ask yourself, when a nigga got a resume as pathetic as Regis Prograis, why? Why? This is a dude who lost barely to Errol Spence to go to the Olympics. This dude will be 31 years old next January 24th. 31 years old. And it's absolutely fought nobody. Ricky E. Salute. I'm not taking shots. I'm talking facts. These are facts. He has faced no adversity in his career. None. He ain't fought no adversity. None. If he beat Taylor, then that's a huge jump up for him. I'm not mad at it. I'm always going to be pro-American, but I'm looking at this boxing versus boxing. This dude got 15 fights and 12 knockouts in Taylor. 28 years old. 2 years younger than Regis Prograis. So at the end of the day, you just look at those things, man. You look at a resume and say, damn, why is resume so pathetic? These things I look at from as a fight fan. Like, damn, why is resume so bad? Phew. But we'll see. He said Yard 2095. Yeah, I pick Yard. Shit. Kovalev got knocked out how many fucking times? Twice. And he old. And I usually don't pick against an inexperienced fighter, but I figured Yard would beat him. And he should have beat him. But hey, inexperience killed him. I acknowledge Relic was a good win. I acknowledge that. It was a good win. But for 30 years old, that's your best win? It ain't never fuck resume. Resume tell you what you made of. That's like saying fuck your DNA. You always got to take account of resume. Yeah, if I fight 20 fucking public cashiers or 20 fucking Walmart fucking cart attendants, hell yeah, I might be 30-0 with 30 knockouts or whatever the fuck he is. It matters. Who you beat matters the most than any other thing in boxing. Who you beat. That matters the most. It matters more than the eye test. It matters more than popularity. When it boils down to it, the moment of truth, when y'all get to exchanging them hands, who you beat is the only thing you got to hang your hat on. You could be a champion and not have fought nobody. We've seen it before. He said, why he ranked number 1 in the rankings? I don't make the rankings. Ask them. Ask them. Ask them motherfuckers. Because he's absolutely done nothing in his career but beat Relic. He's absolutely done nothing. If he go out there and beat Taylor, then shit, that'd be his first significant win. Give him credit. He can beat up Jose Ramirez, then shit, now you talking pound for pound. He can go up to 147, get a title, then you talking like pound for pound top 5. You can go up there and beat Crawford to beat Errol Spence, then Shit, you talking like shit. Maybe pound for pound number one. It can happen. I'm not knocking you. But take the fandom out of it. Who the fuck has he beat? Nobody but Relly. In 20 some fights in his career. Are y'all really discussing Danny Garcia and Bud Crawford? That's not even a discussion, JFL heads. You got to be Danny Garcia or his pops. You got to be one of them niggas. Danny Garcia sisters don't even go that hard for him. Real shit. You got to be Danny Garcia. He said, I stayed taking shots at boxers from the side. I'm speaking facts. I take shots from boxers on the East. What you talking about? I ain't just stay talking shit about the inconsistencies and the clout chasing that J Rock, Andrade, and Danny Jacobs' team did against Errol Spence and Jermall Charlo. I just didn't speak on that last week. See, motherfuckers always want to speak about what you don't do. They'll never bring up the shit that you do. I noticed that. That's why I don't do niggas no favor. I hate doing people favors that's not in my immediate circle. I hate doing motherfuckers. Other than giving people a couple dollars or some change, I hate doing people favors. I don't mind doing favors for kids and buying ice cream off the truck for the kids in the neighborhood or fixing the kid bike or, giving them advice or whatever, giving them a puppy or whatever. I don't mind helping kids out. But grown ass people and teenagers, I hate doing shit for them. I hate it. They quick to forget what you done and they quick to forget what you done and they even quicker to forget the shit you done for them. He beat Pedraza. Pedraza better than fucking Relic. There you go. He beat Pedraza, motherfucker. There you go. He beat Pedraza. Some niggas want to talk shit. He about to fuck up Lomachenko in 2030. 2030. He gonna fuck Lomachenko up at 2030. He gonna fuck Lomachenko up. He gonna fuck Lomachenko up. Regis, if he beat Taylor, he gonna jump up and beat Danny Garcia ass too. Regis Prograis will jump up and beat the brakes off Danny Garcia, Jeff Elliott. JNN say Camboso was 5'10". He's going to give Loma a hard time. Loma had trouble. Yeah, he get aggressive motherfucker too. I got a prospect video on George Camboso Jr. Check out my spotlight. I don't know what the fuck I call it. But yeah, I like Camboso. I follow his Facebook page and everything. I know him. I talked about him like last year. I don't know what they ain't gonna let that dude fight him. That dude is tenacious. He got the style to beat Lomachenko too. He just don't have experience. I just like talking. I could talk about a lot of other boxers that I watch. I just don't. I try to talk about the smaller guys. Just people don't be interested in it. The smaller fighters is where it go down at. The Stradas, the Anuya Wise, the Sur Rivestein, Josh Greers, the Burnett, Tite, Rigondeaux, Denier, Navetes. I watch all that shit, man. I don't always cover. Sometimes I just like to enjoy a fight, and I just don't do videos on them because I do so much other shit. But like them motherfuckers, man, like the smaller guys is if boxing was like the smaller divisions, boxing would be great. No, I ain't checked that. I don't even know, bro. You got to email me. I be trying to get to most of the messages and shit. Instagram, I don't even be logged in on Instagram. I got two other pages. But yeah, let's talk about Shakur Stevenson real quick, and then I do Q&A. Hold on, let me turn the game on. I'll wait. But long story short, Boxrec used Shakur Stevenson. Shout out to Champ Side Boxing. I think his name's Champ Side Boxing, man. He cool motherfucker. I like his channel. Shit, let me make sure I get his channel right. Let me make sure I get his shit right. Yeah, Champ Stitch is Champ Side. His shit cool. He did a video about Shakur Stevenson and the commission telling Boxrec to use Shakur Stevenson Boxrec picture as a mugshot. And I was reading, I think it was his comment section on Twitter, and somebody was like, "Well, he shouldn't have punched a girl in his head," and this, and if that's the case, You want to go back into the shit that he did. Niggas is young. Niggas make mistakes. Niggas kill me when somebody make a mistake. The public want to crucify them. Like everybody perfect. The Tyreek, he shouldn't. Like it wasn't even proven that he did it the second time. They want to crucify anytime a black man do something, they want to crucify him. You know what I'm saying? But when the other do it, they want to give him a pass. Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Don Banks salute. They want to give him a pass. Obama, Donald Trump. Obama ain't even did shit. Donald Trump doing some shit. Give him a pass. People always want to. At the end of the day, niggas is young. You know how much dumb shit that me and my friends done did? You know what I'm saying? I don't see them using Kovalev mugshot. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him using Kovalev mugshot. What the fuck he did? I don't see him using other fighters' mugshots. So I don't know why they. I mean, at the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson need to do something about that, dog. All the pictures out there. Then what commission telling him to do that? Nevada, New York, California, Texas. Then what box commission tell him to use his mugshot? And then why all the other fighters that been in jail, why they mugshots ain't being used? Why they mugshots ain't being used? Shakur ain't, like I said before, they only get away with the shit that you enable them to do. And he don't need to be enable them to do. I be calling Bob here. I'm like, man, get this shit changed. Get that shit changed. Get that shit changed. What I got you as a promoter for, and you can't get this shit changed. But if if he cool with it, then I really ain't tripping about it. It straight look like his mugshot though, family. And we just go to. I'm gonna just check another fighter out. Let's just go to Floyd Mayweather. He's a nigga that did a whole bunch of shit in his career. He did a ton of shit in his career. They use Floyd Mayweather. They got his Showtime or HBO picture up. Shit, you want to go to Gennady Golovkin? Hold on. Go to Gennady Golovkin. They using one of his boxing pictures. Like, this shit just getting out of control. It is what it is. Yeah, Bud was locked up for that car situation. Shakur Stevenson, he already got a target on his back. It's cool, man. Seven. They act like these niggas, man. Like everybody is got a clean slate. Everybody out there that's of age that committed a crime. Either you got caught for it or you didn't get caught. Everybody done did some bad shit. Everybody want to act like everybody supposed to be perfect. The nigga is 20, 21, 22, 23 with a pocket full of money. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. But y'all got any questions, I'll answer them real quick. Go ahead. All the questions y'all had, I'll answer them. Nah. Shit crazy. Salute. Nobody wanna give out second chances when it come to other people. But everybody want a second chance when it come to them. Think about that for a minute. Everybody don't want to give out second chances, but when it comes to them, they want second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances and shit like that. Well, it was a mistake, and everybody wanted another chance, like Biggie. Everybody wanted to get another chance, but when it comes to somebody else, crucify him, set him on fire. He did it on purpose. Oh, lock him up and throw away the key. Fry him, send him to the depths, and hey, people say ought to never do that, but a lot of people ain't never been in the same position. Can't nobody tell me about no woman if you ain't never lived with no woman or you ain't never been in no serious relationship. You could never tell me. Oh yeah, he ended up doing this and that to his woman because he found another nigga in his bed and his kid was Laying on another nigga's chest. He came home. Oh, that nigga weak. He shouldn't have did that. I just would have walked away and lived another day. Yeah, get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here with that shit. You come home, your woman got you another nigga holding your kid. Your woman laying in the bed with another nigga. What you gonna do? You was a soft ass nigga if you don't handle your business. I don't know nothing about December 14th card. Nope, ain't heard no updates. Lawrence Williams, do you have a breakdown for Cruz and Denzel? No, I don't. I don't. Karate body. People keep saying there's no rehydration clause between Kovalev and Canelo. Well, I don't know if it is. I know that. I know it's at 175. I heard it's a 10 pound rehydration clause. I heard that from somebody like close to the same somebody in that same promotional company. That's what I heard. They probably gonna try to hide it. I heard it's a real. I don't know how much the rehydration clause is, but I heard it's a rehydration clause, bro. I heard it was. It could have changed, but I heard it was. I don't. It never came out how much weight it was. But I heard that the WBO wasn't gonna sanction the fight if it wasn't at 175. But these niggas to say anything to motherfucker to make Canelo look good. They probably gonna say ain't no rehydration clause, but it's gonna be one. Fuck all that. Who should Shakir fight? He fighting Joet Gonzalez for that title, bro. I don't know who he should fight afterwards. What do you think about a fight between Dillian White and Big Baby Miller? I can care less about the heavyweight division, to be honest. When AJ lost, I really don't care about it. I watch it, but I I hear Big Baby Miller trying to fight y'all boy what's the nigga name? The slow motherfucker. I like his ass though. The slow one that just fought Brian Jennings. Joe Joyce. I heard Big Baby Miller trying to call out Joe Joyce. DSG versus Errol Spence Jr. Who wins? Probably Errol. I think Danny got a chance. I think Errol Spence come down the pipe, and but Errol Spence a lot better defensively than people give him credit for. So I think Errol Spence with a tight defense, he beat Danny Garcia. I'm not sure he stopped Danny, but if he do, it'd be to the body. But I doubt it. Um, Shakur said he wants his first defense to be a unification with Warrington on Twitter. Warrington don't want to fight him. I'd be surprised if he do. Have you heard anything about Austin Trout at 47? Yeah, I heard he supposed to be fighting Danny Garcia if Mikey Garcia get the Pacquiao fight. I heard the Austin Trout thing is a real deal. I heard some other shit too. Like I said, I started giving niggas jewels at the end of videos that I know that I don't speak of. Eastern brought down two is the fight to make. That fight ain't happening. I heard that he didn't want to fight Robert Jr. Look at how black he is in that group pick. But yeah, I got there we go. I also had to refresh. Only way Danny Garcia beats Errol Spence is with a left hook. I think the right hand could hurt him too. He got power and good hand, but Errol Spence play right in his pants unless he just choose to box him. Fight news, what's going on? He can't fight news. Do you think Spence will boss up and fight Bud? Like, I think the whole Spence and Bud thing is politics. I don't think that fight can happen. To be honest, and I said it before and I said it again. This shit that I'm hearing behind the scenes, PBC playing for keeps, and they don't plan on working with nobody. That's just what it boiled down to. They battling for the services of Mikey Garcia tough. They gonna overpay Mikey Garcia to fight Manny Pacquiao. So at the end of the day, I don't think they looking to make any fights with Top Rank other than Wilder and Fury, and that's because other than that, Wilder don't have no other way to go. So that's the only fight they looking to make. I honestly, just everything I heard behind the scenes, I honestly don't think that fight gonna happen with Top Rank being associated with it. Top PBC ain't working with nobody but they network of people, which Wilder is no longer the Bella fighter. Um, TGB, Yvonne Michaels, maybe. The usual Mayweather promotions. They only work with the same guy. PBC is not looking to really fight outside their network, and maybe that's why Charlo won't be getting the fight over in his own. But hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't think that fight can happen. He said, "Bro, I thought I'd beat Easter, but it was I want to see that fight again." Real talk, 97-2 for you believe Spence can go up and beat Rock and Lara? Yeah, it's possible. I think he can, but be a tough fight. He had to he had to press J Rock. That's a tough fight in my opinion. J Rock and I think J Rock, Tony Harrison, the toughest fight for Errol Spence since he won't be fighting Jermall. That's a tough fight. Everybody say we sparred Jermall. He sparred Jermall. Sparring and fighting is two different things, bro. I mean, sparring the actual fight. It's two different things. And people say, well, Errol Spence sparred heavyweights, and if he sparred heavyweights, then he should have just disposed of Mikey. You know, he should no lightweight go 12 rounds with a nigga beating up on heavyweights. Perhaps because Mikey right hand looked like they bothered Errol Spence. Yeah, good. Jeff, you could be right. Do you think Top Rank will release? But hell no, I ain't gonna release that nigga. They only release motherfuckers who don't have nothing to give. I remember they released Donaire, I think it was. Donaire and a few other fighters. They ain't gonna release him. He gonna have to pay his way out of there. Because at the end of the day, if PBC playing for keeps, right? Why would they just hand PBC Bud over to PBC knowing he going over there? That's real look for boxing. If Spence don't fight Bud and Water don't fight AJ. I don't know if AJ gonna win. That's the good thing about it. But it's politics. If he do, me Earl Spence had to jump ship and hash out a deal itself. Timothy Bradley, Applehead ass said they don't do business. I mean, at the end of the day, they don't. They don't. I don't think it's they don't do business. At this point, PBC don't want to do business with them. Not in a position of power. They don't. Tell me the time they did business other than Wilder and Fury now. And that's because Deontay don't have no other place to fight. You just gotta ask yourself. At the end of the day, it ain't. I mean, when you boil it down, the zone gave you the most meaningful fights when you look at it. They might not give you the names, but hold on. Yeah, you ain't got to block JFL heads. I'll bring his ass back. Yeah, don't block him. He cool. I unblocked your ass, nigga. I heard Spence KO got KO by Charlo and sparring. I heard it was the other way around. I don't really matter sparring. Who wins, Charlo or Jacobs? I don't know at this. I pick Charlo at this point. They both garbage. Charlo looked garbage his last fight. Danny Jacobs looked like ass juice. Yep. Well, did that. Yeah, sparring ain't really shit. Depending on it, really ain't. Why Jacobs don't want the Charlo fight? He said he going up to 68 and he come back down for the fight. Fury got Frank Warren and Bob in his pockets. He don't give a fuck. Remember, he giving his whole check away to the poor or some shit. But yeah, I got some other shit. I ain't even talk about this shit. I put it at the end of this video. I had this shit for quite some time too. Ain't that some shit? Hold on. The motherfucking Twitter inbox be taking me to some bullshit. I heard that Canelo fighting at the MGM Grand, so T-Mobile booked. But Valdez is gonna fight January 11th, 2020, a tune-up fight, and then possibly a fight with Jermall Herring. I guess if he beat Lamar Roach, I think it's November 9th at 130 for a title. Maybe with Burchett, but he wants to get used to the weight. So Oscar Valdez dropped his belt, tune up, and then he planned on unifying with either Jermall Herring or Ryan Burnett. So that's what Valdez is going to do for people that care. All right, other than that, I'm going to get on up out of here. About to go watch the Saints get their ass beat. But appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. We go.